the truth will come out. Just like the truth came out when Dwayne Keef Davis, aka is known as Keefy D, was taken in as one of the murder suspects of the great late rapper and actor and portrait and scholarship and black revolutionist, Black Panther, the great Tupac Shakur. His mouth got him into so much. His mouth got him where he is now because he has ran his mouth so damn darn much. He wrote that on his book. He wrote that in his book in 2019. And while Tupac's murders are being mentioned in this book, while he was mentioning it, he has talked about it so many times on a whole bunch of interviews, including Vlad TV and Dialogue. So, may justice be served for the late rapper Tupac Shakur, and I pray and hope that he is found guilty as for one of the murder suspects. That's what it says. You laugh now, you cry later, because he's been breaking down, he's been crying, he misses family. But all that talk he's put out, all that, well, I guess this was God's plans. So God decided this had to go out. This had to go out. Tupac Shakur, he was a human being. He was human. Shouldn't have been killed. Even though he might have caused his own death. Stupid net. But he shouldn't have been killed. So with that being said, yes, you laugh now, you cry later, because he did so much laughing after he murdered Tupac. Tupac's death in the aftermath. They have laughed and giggled and sniggled about that. And then, just like he's been laughing all these years in his interviews. And this is what happened. This is what happened, and he wrote that in his book as well. This is what happens. His mouth got into some shit, and now he's paying the prices, and he's looking up and facing the real music and facing justice. Being put in the detention facility until his waiting trial. And with that being said, I pray that he's found guilty, and I pray he gets sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole, of him not being in the street, of him not stepping foot in the street ever again. Him dying in prison. Let him rot in prison. Let him be punished for the rest of his life for what he has done. So with that being said, my condolences goes out to Snoop, to Calvin Brodus, aka Calvin Brodus, the Brodus food, his cereal. Well, back in 2024, his cereal's not selling because I really wanted to try his cereal. But him and Master P filed a lawsuit because of them not wanting to sell their brands. I mean, this is America. This is the year. I mean, they never want to sell a black man's product. So I stand behind the Calvin Brodus food products, and I stand behind aka Snoop Dogg and Master P. And hopefully things get settled and them filing a lawsuit because they're trying to sell their brand. They're trying to sell the product of the cereal in every stores besides Walmart. Walmart, Acme, Giant, Lion Mart, Public, and other stores I never get to mention. So with that being said, this will always have me angry with Snoop, and this is what always gets me angry with Snoop, aka Snoop Dogg or Snoop Doggy Dogg. The originals was Snoop Doggy Dogg, and I was Snoop Dogg, aka Snoop Lion. And when I say lion, I don't mean the animal, and I don't mean the Lion of Judah. I'm talking about the lies you tell. And I've been saying it And I've been thinking the same way and had the same feeling that Snoop Dogg, he really never liked Tupac. He really never liked Tupac Shakur, and Tupac and Snoop, they really didn't like each other. There was really, really not. There was really not homies or homeboys like that because of all the jealousy, all the jealous of Tupac Shakur. So if Das, between Snoop and Das, I'll look into the Snoop and Das beef. But if Das, while the beef is going on, Das said it, and if Das said it, then that says it all. That if Das says it, then that says it all. That Snoop really didn't like Tupac. When Tupac was alive, Das was playing his music, and Snoop didn't like that. Snoop didn't want it that. And let's talk about the MTV, the 1996 MTV Music Awards, when Tupac and Nas ran into each other. And each and every last one of Pac's homeboys from New Jersey, that said Snoop was nowhere to be found. And Nas said the same thing. Even Nas knew damn well that Snoop was lying. When Nas sent over 1,000 of his goons, Tupac was horrified. He was terrified. And then Tupac was this, that. Yeah, I dissed you. And if you ain't got no fucking problems, if you ain't got no problems, then don't say shit. When Nas straightened up the situation and corrected Snoop because he knew he was lying. Snoop was never there. See, every time Tupac is mentioned in Snoop Dogg's interview, he always got some negative to say about Pac. He always got some dirt to say. He always got some negative vibe. So that shows it, and that points it all, that Snoop really didn't like Pac. I mean, he's always got something like, I don't know. Why not talk about the positive stuff? I mean, talk about the things you did instead of stop saying a lot of negatory anger of hatred. Why not talk about the fact? Yeah, we used to do this and that. We'll smoke weed together, whatever. But you know, he always got some pure negative to say about Pac, man. And he always throws some dirt and always got some bigger issue. That's what got me so angry with Snoop. With all that bullshit. Now here he is introducing Pac to the Hall of Fame, just want to make a name out of his legacy. That's what Snoop is. That's what Snoop is. That's what had me. That's why I lost a lot of respect for the so-called King of the West. When Pac is the original King of the West. You know what I mean? I mean, every time like Snoop, Carson, OG Carson for life. OG Carson for life. Yeah, he pointed out that like Snoop was jealous. But yeah, Pac was more talented. He was more talented. He was more skilled. And he was more skilled. And he was more thrilled in his work of doing. And Snoop didn't approve it because he was so envious and jealous. Because once the day when Pac came to Death Row, when he joined up with Death Row, the whole Death Row camp changed. The whole. Because he turned the whole entire Death Row label circle around. When Pac arrived at Death Row Records, a lot of the artists were jealous. That's what got Dre. That's what got Dre leaving. That's what got Dre leaving in the first place. Because all the jealousy of Tupac, because Pac was getting all this attention. He was getting all this latent attention, just like Suge was saying. And Suge been saying it all the fucking long, all the damn long. And Godfather, Tupac is not on the Godfather. He's not on Snoop Dogg's album. So with that being said, you know, Snoop Dogg, he's a, I think he's a hating little son. He's a little thick, skinny, tiny, hating son of a bitch. And I think what he does is cowardness, because Why address all this now, but never address that when Pac was alive and living in the flesh? You know, Pac ain't here to defend himself. He's not here to defend. He's not here to stand up for himself and speak for himself. Because all that stupid shit people be saying, and that's Snoop. And yeah, Snoop Dogg, he is a Tupac hater. He has always been a Tupac hater because he's been jealous. He's been jealous all along. He's been jealous way back, all along, ever since when Pac was alive. So yeah, Snoop, I mean, he's a Tupac hater. When Funk Master Flex disrespected the hell out of Tupac, Snoop never addressed nothing. He never addressed nothing, never said anything. Dr. Dre, nobody. So with that being said, I mean, yeah, Snoop was always jealous of Tupac, and he never liked Tupac. He didn't like Tupac, and Dad said it. Dad's put it out there, and once Dad's put it out there, it says it all. So I'm going to speak about the Tupac. I'm going to speak about the Dad's Diligent and the Snoop Dogg people. With that being said, I'm going to end on this video. All right, peace, bless, job.